Senior Matthew Brown. Matthew, thank you. And without further ado, we'll begin our performance.
Miss March, another letter has arrived for you. Miss March!
Mrs. Kirk, the mudboard is on the kitchen table. Christopher Columbus. Another publisher, another rejection.
I do not know. The letters keep arriving, and I keep bringing them to you.
And I keep hoping.
We all keep hoping for your success, Miss March. The entire reporting house keeps waiting. You have us all on edge.
My dear Miss March, I've read your story. While he's read it, Unfortunately, I found your tale tasteless and vulgar, not at all suitable to my readers. My advice to you.
My advice to you is to return home and have babies. That is what women are made for. Sincerely, F. Putnam.
22.
22.
22 rejections since I've been in New York, and they all say the same thing. Go home, give up.
F. Putnam is stupid. He is an idiot.
F. Putnam is one of the most powerful publishers in the city.
You cannot lose faith, Miss March. There will be someone who will like your story, I know it.
Professor, is it possible I could read my story to you? I would so respect your opinion.
Yes, of course.
Actually, it's one of my best. It's a mean and stormy night. The moors are bleak and bloody. Thunder claps. Lightning strikes. The fair coastline, clothed in disarray, races across the wild coastal heave. Now she stops. Now she runs. Will she escape? Will she be caught? With bold determination, the villainous overseer, rising treasure depths, lunges. There's no escape. She's but a child, and yet she turns to fight with eyes ablaze. This noble girl meets his gaze unafraid. She will not be defiled. Keep away from me, you rat.
I cannot keep away.
Your beauty draws me. Your passion ignites me.
I've got to have you.
I defy you.
I will take you.
Don't come too close.
I'll have her dancing with it too.
And at that moment, Rodrigo appears in magnificent splendor.
How that you doing? I am your destiny, your bitterest foe. You took what was rightly mine 10 long years ago. You left me cold, alone and forgotten. Now I'm back to settle the score.
Miss March! Tell me, what is it you are writing?
Blood and gut stuff, it's all the rage. The magazines and periodicals are full of them.
Violence and seduction on every page.
Read Shakespeare. Read history. Read the newspapers.
It is getting late. Perhaps it is best if we pursue this some other time.
No. I want to know what you think, Professor.
blood and gut stuff. Tell me, what do you think the world wants to hear? If I've noticed nothing else about you, Miss March, I have noticed that you are unique. Something you should try not to forget. I think you could do better.
Better? And just who are you anyway? An aging journal professor close to 50?
I am 34.
34, really? Well, you look a lot older.
But I'm very alert.
And just what do you have to worry about?
How to avoid a conversation such as this? Not if we go to dinner. Miss March, ever since you've been here now, 3 weeks is it? You shout, you rant, you upset the whole order of this boarding house. I am a serene and peaceful man.
You're aloof, you're arrogant.
Arrogant, Miss March. I spoke my mind as you spoke yours. Obviously, it was not appreciated on either side.
Obviously, my stories are great success in Concord. Better than what? Better than this dazzling plot. Better, this story will be my King Lear. Each phrase is better than him. Better, even my smallest whim is better. How can you miss what's so clear? How can I do better? It's already here. How can what we said to me be true? If I don't succeed, what will I do? Turn around, go back to Concord, leave New York behind unconquered. No, how dare he make me doubt the way I feel? Doubt that is the thrilling pages who I am. Are these words alive with passion? Vivid as my attic, where it all began.
Joe, the girls at school were horrible to me. Charlotte Fenton said my dress was ragged and my nose was flat.
Joe, I hate being a governess. I should be out being eligible young men.
It's going to be a dismal Christmas. What with father away and no money for presents.
Meg, Amy, Joe has a surprise for us. Or was I better when I was home? Listen, everyone, I've risen the occasion this year and written us an operatic tragedy. And we're going to perform it for Christmas.
No, I can't. Not with my flat nose.
Joe, do you think we should? What with this war? When have we let anything defeat us? Years from now, people will talk about us. One Christmas Eve, four penniless and ragged sisters put on an operatic tragedy for all of Concord.
All of Concord?
Filled with blood, guts, 2 massacres, a masked ball, and several heart-wrenching scenes. We'll dim the lights, the crowd will hush. We'll start the overture and Beth will surely blush. For when Clarissa starts to bleed, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Joe, do I die again in this one? Yes. Meg, you will die like none before. The world will shudder when your body hits the floor. For when Rodrigo makes you bleed, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Now Amy as Clarissa, only passion is permissible. This tragedy depends upon the fire in your eyes. And Beth, when you're the mother, will make love be pure. Our hearts will melt the moment mother cries. Let's begin. Aha!
Mother, dear mother, do not cry.
No, expression, Amy, from the heart. Mother, dear mother, do not cry.
Mother, dear mother. Joe, I am teased and ridiculed at school, and all that concerns you is your silly little tragedy.
I know you're tired. I know it's hard. But we will triumph when Rodrigo yells, "Oh God, success is guaranteed." Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be glory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Joe, I made an important decision today. As you all know, I've been writing stories forever, with much satisfaction, and people seem to like what I write? We love it, Joe. Absolutely. So I've decided. I'm going to become a world-renowned writer. I shall write great books and earn barrels of money. And I'll give you all everything you ever dreamed of. Joe, anything. But we must promise to remain just as we are. Solid, like a fortress. No matter whatever happens, we must promise that it'll always be with 4 large sisters. Forever. Forever! Come, let's rehearse.
Mother, dear
You
mother,
will
do
not
not
find
leave
father
me.
or no one.
No one.
I got my boots and hat, crown, mustaches, make your spirit soar. I'm making my entrance now, with curtains unfurled. I know this home, I know this city, in a dress of butter's pearls. I'm ready to take a vow, and hear a song about a dream that I am somehow. My dearest Mama, there will be Christmas after all. Will exceed our finest I'm bursting with energy. Someone, give me a task to do. I want you to bring Father home. I'll write to President Lincoln tonight. Another, I want you to get Annie Moffat to invite me to her St. Valentine's Day ball. I'll bring her bloody little neck if she doesn't. Another,
I want you to get us a Christmas tree.
Rodrigo will chop one down immediately.
Where?
Over there, across the road. But that's on Mr. Lawrence's property.
You'll go to prison for it.
Prison? What care I for prison? Joe is an incredible human being. Look, it's Mr. Lawrence. He's standing there at the window, glaring out.
He looks sinister.
I think he looks sad.
I wouldn't be sad living in such a house.
Well, has anyone ever been inside?
He'd never let any of us in.
They say he's a very angry and bitter man. Joe's gonna get us all into deathly trouble.
We'll be known as the family with the criminal sister.
What criminal sister?
Marmy!
What's happening here? Joe's written an operatic tragedy.
And she's inviting all of Concord to come see us perform it.
And I'm the mother in it. And I die in it. But it's a beautiful death.
And I play Clarissa, who's very sweet.
It sounds wonderful. Oh, Marmy, it's Joe's best.
Tell us about your day.
Well, we knitted socks and blankets for the Soldiers' Aid Society, and a letter came in from Father.
A letter from
Read it to us,
Father?
Marmy. Where's Joe? She's outside.
Read the letter, Marmy.
We'll wait for Joe.
She may be ours.
I want to hear all the things you did today.
I
Shall
think
I
you
bet you
go
the
first,
Christmas
Marmy.
Eve
I
school
have
was
to
so
try
humiliated.
Rodrigo has returned!
Marmy,
Where did you get that tree?
I borrowed it from Mr. Lawrence.
Joe, you didn't.
I took it for us, Marmy.
You'll take it back immediately.
Take it back. That's like bringing back a chicken after you chopped off its head.
Do let us keep it.
It is Christmas, Marmy.
No, destroying someone else's property.
Well, we could give it to the Hummels. They have so little.
Good. The tree goes to the Hummels then. Now what about Mr. Lawrence?
What about him?
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, Mr. Lawrence. You!
Me.
You chopped down my perfect Douglas fir. I should have you arrested.
I'll make it up to you, sir.
What?
I'll plant 6 more.
12
And I'll chop your firewood for a few days.
weeks. I hope such an incident never happens again. You've ruined my day.
He loves his trees. I'm Theodore Lawrence III, but everyone calls me Laurie. I've come to live here in Concord. I can play the piccolo, I can sleep standing up, and I want to mellow a spoonful of my breath from the 3 minutes before passing out. I think that was terrifically daring of you, chopping down grandfather's tree. Well, goodbye.
Theodore Lawrence III, would you mind delivering this tree to the Hummels?
Joe.
I don't mind at all.
He doesn't mind.
Just point me in the direction.
About a half a mile down the road, the red house with the broken shingles.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Joe, you must think before you act on every whim.
I just want us to have a wonderful Christmas. A letter's come from Father.
Read the letter, Marmy.
Marmy.
My dear wife, the war goes on and on. The days are difficult and long. The Ansu's nowhere in sight, but I'm well.
He's well.
Still, it's very lonely away from our dear ones, especially lonely as Christmas is approaching. Each night in my tent, I think of my precious girls.
He thinks of us.
Give them all my love, and give them a sweet kiss. Tell them to be good girls, faithful and hardworking, and to conquer that which is disagreeable, so that when I return, I may be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women. Why are we looking so glum? Do we have an operatic tragedy to perform or not? We do. Then there's work to do. There are costumes to complete, and we'll need an oleo curtain for you to paint.
And will you perform something, Marmee? Too, Marmee?
Yes, I'll write something thrilling for you with passion and daring. Yes, I will. We'll make this the best Christmas ever. We March women are invincible. Now come, let's get to work.
I'll get my paint.
I'll look for a costume for I'll design the handbill. I still don't see why we couldn't have kept the tree.
Good morning, Aunt March.
Do you know the hour?
Almost 10, I believe.
Your workday begins with me at 9. You've missed reading to me, and still haven't repaired the latch on the cellar door.
I got delayed in finding you this beautiful flower.
Don't trifle with me, Josephine. You were dawdling.
I wasn't dawdling. I was writing a story.
You are what happens to a girl when she has no father.
I have a father.
Never there when you need him. And now my nephew has the audacity to become an army chaplain when he can't even support his own family. Josephine, listen to me. You are on the verge of womanhood.
Christopher Columbus.
And just look at you. You go about writing senseless stories, constantly trying to save the world, and you can't even save yourself.
I don't need saving.
There are many pitfalls a girl can fall into, and Josephine, you are heading towards all of them. I want to see you shine. Even if you're not rich, you can at least marry well.
I'll never marry.
You'll marry. All girls marry.
I'm not all girls.
With a good marriage, you can have power. You can take your place in society.
I don't give two figs about society.
Then there is no point in our having this conversation. It's clear to me I could never take you to Europe.
Take me to Europe?
It was an idle thought of mine.
Do you know how important it is for a writer to travel? It's been my dream, Aunt March.
We earn our dreams in this world. It's foolish of me to think you could ever change your ways. I can try. You can never bend your will. You can never follow through. You can never bite your tongue, though your tongue is split in two. If you want to live your dream, these are things you have to do. How could you change? You can't, not you.
I could change if I wanted to.
Could you practice self-control? Could you possibly be shy? Could you wear a corset tight in the heat of mid-July? These are rules you must obey, everyone which you defy. You'll never change. You won't, that's why. Yet somewhere deep within my heart I do believe you could captivate the world. If you could change, there is so much you could achieve. In time you could succeed and travel very far indeed. You could be beguiling,
Charming? Me?
somewhat well-mannered, a model of grace. Learn the art of smiling.
That could be hard.
It isn't very hard for someone full of dreams like you. If you work, you'll find there's nothing you can't do.
So if I change, we'll go to Paris.
Change to please me or don't waste my time.
If I change, stop in Antwerp.
Gracious living will make you sublime.
If I change, you'll take me to Zurich.
Every city from Dublin to Cannes, surely with your guidance
I could learn to use feminine oils with elan.
I could be beguiling.
I could learn to charm a donkey for a chance to see the world. Learn the art of smiling. I could button up my mind and keep my thoughts perfumed and pure. Yes, I surely think I could.
If you could, that would be good.
There's nothing that I wouldn't suffer to see in the world. I could do it if I tried. I could do it by sheer will.
All you have to do is work to acquire any skill. These are things a girl must do when she has who she must obey. Change how you walk and how you talk. Change how you think and how you are.
Hold my breath and hold my tongue. Do what it takes to travel far.
Would you?
back. Me? You think so? Meg? I can't go. Meg, why not? Look at me. Every girl my age in Concord has been to a ball, and this is the first time I've even worn a dress like this, anything like this.
I wore that very same dress to my first ball, and it didn't look half so good on me. Margaret March, you've been dreaming of Annie Moffat's St. Valentine's Day ball for months. You can't go back on it now.
I'm not built for gowns.
You look very alluring.
I think the word is alarming, Marmee. Meg's a beauty. Look at her, she'll be the most sought-after girl at the ball.
She doesn't want to go.
Meg? What will I do when someone asks me to dance?
Just smile and say, I'd be delighted.
Delighted.
Then offer him your hand.
Delighted.
Delighted. Now let him take command.
I'm hardly delighted.
You're dancing like a candle.
No, I cannot dance tonight.
I'd be delighted.
Then you go.
The music is entrancing, exotic, hypnotic, the sound of it romancing.
Delighted.
Delighted, and some of them are dancing. People everywhere, and lyrics to spare.
How can I be sure they'll like me when I'm there?
I can see you dancing all night.
I'd be delighted, delighted, so glad we were invited, completely delighted. Who paid the coachman? I did. Delighted, provided success has been decided.
I'm ready.
Amy, what are you doing?
I'm going to the ball.
Amy, no. What?
I found this old dress and it almost fits.
It was mine.
I know. All it needs is a pretty sash. Besides, why shouldn't I go?
Because you weren't invited.
Well, I could go in your place.
In my place?
You don't care about good society, and I do.
I don't care about snobs. People think they're better than you just because they have grander houses.
Well, they do have grander houses.
That's enough, Amy.
But I want elegance and fine things, Marmee.
And I want passion. I want to be noticed because I'm unique.